We begin with a high-stakes court hearing after the sharing of U.S. attack plans on a Signal group chat. A nonprofit transparency group has filed a lawsuit against 5 Trump cabinet members, alleging the use of Signal violates federal law governing the preservation of government records. And the judge overseeing the case is James Boasberg, the same judge who blocked the Trump administration's migrant deportation flights. The president sounding off on Truth Social, calling it disgraceful that Boasberg was assigned to another case involving the administration. Let's bring in ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang and ABC's investigative reporter Olivia Rubin, who are both tracking the latest from our D.C. bureau. Great to see you both. Selena, I want to start with you. The Trump administration has now been ordered to preserve this Yemen-related Signal chat. Will the administration cooperate, and what else are they saying about this case?
Well, actually, in this case, Stephanie, the Trump administration had already said that they were working to preserve those records. So really a sort of compromise here. But in general, this administration is trying to downplay this entire situation. They maintain that the information in those text messages were sensitive but not classified. That's despite the fact that within those messages were very precise and detailed information about timing, packages, weapons, and the operation. Experts say that that is the very definition of classified and highly protected information. In fact, Democrats and some Republicans, they agree that if this information had gotten into an adversary's hands, that it would have compromised the entire mission and even put American military lives at risk. Now, the other argument from the administration, Stephanie, is that they claim Signal is a fine mode of communication for this kind of conversation. Well, that's not the case. Signal is not approved for the Department of Defense or intelligence agencies to transmit non-public information, especially not this kind of highly sensitive conversation about the precise timing of an attack. The White House, meanwhile, they are attacking the journalist who is inadvertently added to this group in trying to shift the attention to the fact that these attacks in Yemen were in fact successful, brushing aside the fact that someone was inadvertently added to the group where they were having this highly sensitive conversation.
Clearly, this could have been very risky had it ended up in the wrong hands. Olivia, this hearing today began with Judge Boasberg defending himself. As you know, he's been facing a lot of heat from the Trump administration, including calls from the president that he be impeached. So what else is the White House saying about the judge?
Well, President Trump sort of ramping up those calls when Judge Boasberg was assigned this case. In addition to the deportation case, President Trump going as far on social media as to call for an investigation into the process of the way that judges are selected. So when this hearing started today, Boasberg giving sort of a little bit of an explanation there without mentioning President Trump by name, saying, you know, I understand there's some questions about how cases are assigned in this court, and went through a bit of a lengthy explanation there, ultimately saying that it really is a random process. So trying to quell some questions there. But again, you know, we have seen sort of this broader effort that goes beyond Judge Boasberg to attack or remove judges that the administration or friends of the administration deem anti-Trump. I'm reminded of another lawsuit over one of Trump's executive orders targeting a specific law firm. The DOJ looking to have that judge removed as well. Again, that effort failing, but really what we're seeing is this broad effort, though Judge Boasberg has been the face of it.
And Olivia, this case, of course, centers on the preservation of government records, but we're now hearing that at least some of the group chat messages have been recovered. So what else can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Selena hit on this a bit at the top, talking about how this order really was a compromise because the Department of Justice's lawyers telling the judge even before this hearing began at 4 o'clock that they were already taking steps to preserve these Signal records, specifically a declaration put in by an acting general counsel at the Treasury Department saying that Secretary Scott Bessent and his chief of staff had made copies of their chats and put forward them into their official email account. So that would put them into the official record there in this hearing today, which was very brief, really only about 20 minutes, Stephanie. The attorney for the Department of Justice saying that all efforts are being made to preserve these Signal chats. They at one point said they didn't really think an order was necessary here because it's already being done, but the judge saying if you're doing it anyway, I might as well enter that order. So the order is in, and I would add the judge setting a Monday deadline for them to come back to the court and update on those the progress of how that's going.
Right, we will see what happens on Monday. I'm sure we will be speaking with both of you again as well. Selena and Olivia, thank you so much.